Okay folks, we're back again with another cemetery walkthrough. Today we're at Sunset Memorial Cemetery, and this is the wishing chair. It has a plaque on it, if you can read it.
Annie Laurie's wishing chair. Tradition tells us that good fortune will forever smile upon the bride and bridegroom who sit in this chair on their wedding day, and hand in hand recite together the verse on the tablet in front of the wishing chair. You have to come around. We picked the cemetery today because this is actually our favorite. It is the most beautiful where we're at right now. This is called the Cremation Trail, and everyone that you will see on this path has been cremated and either has had their ashes scattered or has been placed within the vessel that they have chosen. And then after that, we will try to get inside the abbey where everyone is interned there, and it is, I mean, the most exquisite, beautiful resting place that I have seen. So we are just going to do a quick walkthrough and let you guys see how these people have been laid to rest, and it's quite beautiful. We just spoke with someone that said they have 3 phases, and phase 1 and 2 is completely already sold out, and phase 3 is kind of pending. It's almost sold out, and they don't know if they'll actually be able to do a phase 4. So it's very beautiful. We're kind of overlooking the metro parks, and I mean, very scenic, very beautiful. Whoever is here, fortunate enough to be here, I'm sure they love it. I'm sure their families love it. They can come at any time, and I mean, it is just a beautiful final resting place. I mean, I love it. We all love it. The lady said sometimes you can see eagles out here because they have a nest not too far from here. So that's the water. And so, I mean, it is just a nice, wonderful, quiet, scenic place to come and enjoy loved ones and experience nature and all of that.
Well, somebody put in a comment once about cremation. Now this is the Catholic Church doctrine. So, you know, y'all do whatever y'all need with it on this one. At one time, being cremated was a no-no in the eyes of the Catholic Church. But as the years went by, now, for the Catholic Church came out of Vatican that said cremation is accepted. A lot of people worry about that, going back to what we're taught in church and everything else about being raised from the dead on the last day, on when Jesus comes back. But you have to remember, he's not raising our bodies. He's raising our eternal souls. We don't come out with our bodies anymore. We come out as pure energy. So more or less, that's how the Catholic Church looked at it, and they eased everything up about the cremations. So now you can be cremated and actually pass through the Catholic Church and have a burial and laid at rest with the priest and everything else. So I don't know if that answers the question that was put to us, but yeah, it's not, if you're worried about being raised, it's our spirits that's being raised back up, not our bodies. So our bodies is a plaything of the physical world. And more these days, cremation is a little bit easier to some people because of cost and upkeep and maintenance. Let's face it, it's expensive to pass away. So but like I said, the Catholic Church has changed its doctrine on that about cremations. And as one Catholic priest said, it is not your body that's being raised back up to go to heaven and sit at the right hand side of the Father. It's your spirit. So if that was your hold up, the Catholic Church said it was cremation was fine, but I know it's still in some people's heads about cremation. I mean, the old saying, burial at sea. The body will be interned here till the second coming, and the sea shall give up her dead. Well, it's not the bodies that's going to come back out, it's the spirits. So there are some nice things out here.
They do. These are really, I mean, once again, well thought out, well planned,
I mean,
beautifully executed.
the water's nice.
It is. Nice and brown.
Sounds like a little waterfall somewhere.
But nature.
Okay, I think we're going to try to get into the Abbey, which is, I think, like 3 floors. We was there before. Let's see if we can get into it. I still want to come out here at night, but my production crew ain't buying that one.
I can really get murdered with a quickness.
Well,
I mean, just gorgeous. Look at the stained glass. And once again, I mean, these are places that you can come visit with your family. They have 2 chairs. The family obviously has access to the gate, can sit there, can visit, you know, for as long as they need to. I mean, personally, I just have never seen anything as gorgeous as this mausoleum. And before, I wanted to talk about it when we were at Lakeview, but the footage that we got was lost. So we weren't able to see inside their mausoleum, but I was asking the question, would you prefer to be interred in a mausoleum, or would you prefer an in-ground burial, or would you prefer to be cremated? Everybody has their own ideas of how they feel, what they think, what they believe, and it's okay. And so I was saying, leave in the comments what you would prefer. But as far as mausoleums and then saying their upkeep, and after a while it's a liability, I don't feel that way. This place is beautiful. It is upkept. There's nothing leaking. It doesn't look like there's, you know, any kind of negligence. So I, for one, would love, you know, to be able to be here as my final resting place. But as I said before, honey, my home is gnarled, so. But I mean, as far as what is here, it is gorgeous. Go that way.
and forgive me, for some reason the autofocus is having a hard time in here, and I never had that happen. I mean, it just goes on and on. Now these, we're gonna come outside. These, of course, is regular caskets. This one here is 2 caskets, and then one in front of it.
Yeah, you can have husband and wife, like a couple crypt, or you can be, you know, interred by yourself.
Here's one of the.
Love this when I first saw it. Once again, these are all urns, so their bodies have been cremated. It's gorgeous. And once again, I mean, urns, you have the flexibility to pick, you know, what the urn would look like. Some are boxes, some looks like books. I've seen some that are in the shape of objects. And so I like that you can put their personal effects in with them. So I've seen, and we'll see if we can catch it later, a couple had their watch, and I don't know if the time is displaying the time of death or maybe the time of birth, but they actually have their own personal watch in the niche with them. So, you know, you can do little things to personalize it. And so it's not like all is lost just because, you know, the body is cremated. You have options upon options upon options. You can either keep it at home with you, or, you know, once again, you can, you know, place it somewhere in the world, or you can have it housed in a mausoleum.
And these are all cremation vaults here. This whole little wing is cremation vaults.
Did you get the window? I mean, the stained glass up here on the ceiling, rather.
I mean, the artwork is very, very nice.
Very. I was very pleased the first time I ever came here. I was very pleased. So, you know, it doesn't smell of anything. You know, like I said it before, it's not eerie. It's not scary in any way. I would have no problem visiting a family member or a loved one. You know, once again, death technically is a part of life. You all have to go sometime, and, you know, once again, there are options for when that time comes. So We're just showing you, you know, for those that are, oh, you know, graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. Why does he keep? Because this is what we choose to show you.
We all gonna have to get here one day. And it has a lot to do with certain religions. Death is not feared. We all have to go to it at one time. Okay, I'm not riding an elevator.
No, no elevators. That is the flower room. We'll go up the stairs. There are more here. They have bathroom facilities for you to use. They have separate for the gentlemen and separate for the ladies. Up we go. Up here we will find the room where the masons are. And they have a space for where they do the service at. And there are more family places in here.
I've never been.
I think this one goes straight. Show them this one. This one right here, straight here.
Okay.
I think that is like my favorite. It's so gorgeous. I've never seen anything like that. Look at that. How gorgeous. 2 chandeliers, a couple chairs. There is a couple people interred in the front, and then all along the wall, they still have space for more family members. They have carpet on the floor, they have chairs. I mean, it is beautifully, beautifully done. This room is where they have service. And I mean, that stained glass window back there is just massive. Massive. It's cool in here, it's air conditioned. You can hear, I guess, I don't know if you call it the extractor fan, but you can hear that going. That's always going on right here. So again, no smells or anything of that nature.
No fluids coming out from the graves yet. We hadn't seen. I kind of like these.
They have been cremated, and you see he was in the Army.
And this is about the only place besides New Orleans where we've come across many Masons almost put together. I had never came across that many 33 1/3 Free Scotch Masons in one place. Okay, for some reason have trouble with autofocus, and I never had that before. Oh, this way.
That's where the Masons are. We're letting you know before you get there. They have a little bit of the wall. You can see it on the ceiling.
That's the Freemasons emblem. And
everybody in here has
everybody.
a Masonic compass or that star.
There's a 33 1/3 Free Scotch Mason emblem. So they got a lot of 33 1/3 Masons here. I don't know if they put them together by plan, or it just happens to be so many of them. I don't think we came in here.
Everyone in here is also.
See, now they have them as books, urns. I mean, if you're going to remember your family members, this may be the best way. This is just me. I'm not saying this is the way to go. But sometimes you go to the cemetery and you find out nobody's been taking care of the gravesite. The paint's old and chipped, the grass is all around it, it got vines coming out the tomb itself. And just eventually, we're gonna run out of land. So whoever designed this didn't half step on their stuff.
No, we definitely say kudos to you. I mean, like I said, I think it's beautiful.
All right. Okay. I don't know why I'm having trouble with the focus. That ain't never happened before. You could actually take a wrong turn on him being here for a couple of minutes.
All these are caskets. What's this symbol? Do you know what this is?
Is that a Messiah? Like a, I can't think of the name of the organization. I'll think of it in a minute.
If you guys know, put it below.
Like this one. I forget the name of the organization.
Yeah.
Shriners?
Okay.
I'm having super problems with the focus in here. Yeah, I got a lot of Shriners in here. 33 and 3rd Mason. 32nd degree.
This is for someone's family. These, they had, when we were in Lakeview, they had glass front like these. And once again, you can decorate them and place the person's remains in there and just kind of make it, you know, their own. That's super pretty. They got looks like Swarovski crystals on the couple.
That's a couple that's still alive, but that was a picture taken during World War II. He was in the army, so they're still alive. They hadn't made it in yet. That stuff's nice.
Very, very. The furniture and things in itself. I mean, this place is very.
You can see family members
decorated,
come in and keep the place up.
We've found handwritten notes to loved ones. We've actually found, and I'm not sure whose it was, but I actually found where people were kissing the glass. Here's the pennies in this one, but there's nobody in there.
I think that was in here with the lip marks on the glass.
I think it was his, but we're not gonna.
I'm not sure what
There's
it's.
some pennies up there.
Some more pennies.
Look at this one, the Roman. It's pretty. It's different.
And this man here liked the beach, but I don't see no urn in there, so maybe it's waiting.
But yeah.
Okay, we're gonna come up to move to another location. This will be part 1. We'll decide if there's gonna be a part 2 of this or not. So if there's not a part 2, we thank y'all for. Why am I having trouble having like I said, this is another installment of our cemetery walkthroughs. This will be part 1, and as always, subscribe, like the channel, hit the like button, smash it if that's what you want to do. So thank you for watching.